Hello everyone, Maico here for the Fellowship of Acoustics.
Hi, Milo here. What are we going to do today, Maico?
Yeah, so today we are going to show you the top 5 best-selling instruments, not just guitar, top 5 best-selling instruments at the Fellowship of Acoustics of 2024.
Because contrary to what most people think, we don't
only sell guitars.
Only sell acoustic guitars.
Yeah.
Though most of the instruments in the top 5 are acoustic instruments, but they are not all guitars.
Well, literally every instrument is acoustic.
Yeah, that's right. So I wanted to leave it a little bit mysterious, but every single instrument is acoustic. So let's wait no longer and start with number 5 on the list,
which is
a Taylor GS mini guitar.
All right.
So you are the Taylor boy here at the Fellowship of Acoustics. Can you tell me a little bit about the GS Mini?
Yeah, so one note in particular, actually, the GS Mini is so popular that we don't have a normal GS Mini in stock right now.
Foreshadowing for some other guitars in this list, but
yes, yeah. But because this is the 50th anniversary model, and the 50th anniversary model has a solid hit-go-through stop with laminated rosewood back and sides.
And it's torrefied, right?
It's torrefied, actually, yeah. And normally this would, it differs. They have the GS Mini in Koa mahogany, but this particular 50th anniversary model is rosewood. Other than that, mahogany neck, and it's got pickup. The Taylor system is in here. So it's actually a very good deal because it's an affordable travel guitar with a little pickup in it. Solid top. That's, I think, why it's the bestseller. Also, it's under 1,000. I think it's like normally the normal GS Mini is anywhere between 800 to 900, depending on the tone which you choose.
Which is great value for a guitar. What you get with a guitar like this.
Yeah. And it's Taylor quality. So the nice thing about Taylor, like Michael mentioned, I'm the Taylor guy. I went to Taylor last year, and they have a very top-notch, high-end facility. So every single guitar gets personal hands-on treatment, but it is machined. So a lot of the wood that's on here, it's very precise. There's like, if you get 2 GS Minis, the build quality is pristine on both of them, which is why Taylor is good at what they do.
Yeah, so it's nice and compact.
Nice and compact.
Also for people with smaller hands.
True.
It's a very comfortable guitar to play. Laura behind the camera there. I will just play just a little bit, just to give you an impression.
Let's listen to number 5.
There we go. This is our number 5.
Yes.
Let's head to number 4.
Let's go. Number 4 in the top 5 best-selling instruments. It's the first non-guitar in this video. It's actually a mandolin. And this is an Eastman mandolin.
Yep. And
Milo.
And the 515 is in my hands right now. It was actually a tie with another Eastman mandolin, the 305.
Yeah.
That one is sold out because, again, it is so popular. Eastman makes incredible mandolins. The 515 is a luxurious version. The 305 is the A-style, is a very affordable entry-level mandolin. What you just is completely hand-carved, solid maple back and side with a solid spruce top. This is a beautiful F-style with incredible ornaments. The 305 is a bit plainer looking. They sound really good though. Actually, they are also making the PCH mandolin right now.
Yeah, true. We actually got them in.
They are incredible. So they might be on the
next year's top 5 of best-selling instruments.
Next year's list. But yeah, so we do sell a lot of mandolins in our store as well, and other stringed instruments.
Yeah.
So that's our number 4 spot. It's no surprise that Eastman is in this list, of course.
It's not the only one actually, but we'll talk more about that later.
We'll have a clip of someone playing this mandolin because I'm not a mandolin player.
You might know her.
There you go.
Some older videos, Kylie K. Anderson.
Oh, it's a Kylie demo, right?
Yep. Yeah, she a beautiful mandolin player from Nashville who is now a resident in the Netherlands, and she drops by every now and then to play a demo. So.
Let's listen.
right.
Next up, number 3 on the list.
Which is
Still not yet a guitar. It is a banjo.
Yeah. So right here I've got a Deering Good Time banjo. This is the Good Time OB5, and this is it's the best-selling banjo. It's one of the best-selling instruments we have, and with a reason, because it's a very, very good built instrument, but it's very affordable, and it's American-made.
Yeah.
So
completely handmade in the USA.
Yeah, completely.
For this price.
That's pretty insane, because the price, it's at the time of this video, it's anywhere between 500 to 600 euros, which is cheap for a handmade instrument. It's nuts, actually. Greg Deering was here last year. There's also a little setup video about where he explains how to set up these banjos. And he explained to me personally, because I was here that day, that he fought really hard to keep the production of all these banjos in America, but he's been trying to build that up through the years to make the cost come down. So that's pretty cool, if you ask me. It's a completely hand-built banjo, like we said, made in America, not outsourced to China, Indonesia, or anything like that.
It's not that they don't make good guitars, but
True.
The labor in America is just very expensive.
That's the thing. Labor in America is more expensive, so that's why it's amazing that it's got this price. It's an open back banjo for the banjo players out there. It's got a violin grade maple rim and a hard rock maple neck. Once again, we might not be the best banjo players, probably the best ones in this room.
We might be some of the worst banjo players.
Could be, but we have our lovely luthier Adrian ready with an old demo of this beautiful banjo. So let's listen.
Take it away, Adrian. So now we're up to number 2.
Getting close.
Getting quite exciting. As I mentioned before, yet another Eastman guitars. We say it all the time. Eastman is just great, great value for money. And this E1 OM guitar is no exception. This is their most popular guitar in our store.
Yeah.
So what you get with the E1 series is a full maple, sorry, sorry Eastman, a full solid construction. That's what I meant to say.
Yes.
So you get a solid sapele back and sides, a solid Sitka spruce top, and they are really affordable. So that
ebony fingerboard as well.
Ebony fingerboard, and it's all across the board. The E1 series. Like I mentioned before, the PCH series they make as well, a little bit more affordable. They use the laminated
back and sides
with the solid top. An OM model like you would expect from Martin, a classic model that's really popular for all kinds of players, fingerstyle players.
It is.
Flat pickers, strummers, you can do a lot with an OM guitar. So it's no surprise that a OM model is the most popular.
True. And it actually comes in 2 finishes. It's the this is the natural finish, and you have a classic finish. And we actually shot some pictures of that yesterday. But the funny thing is, it sold before we got to shoot this video. So that's
what we mean. It's so popular.
It's so popular. So let's listen to this natural version of the E1 OM.
Okay, drum fill. Maybe you saw it already behind me.
Probably did.
Number 1 is
It's a Gibson guitar, and it's the J45.
Right off the bat, we want to mention we don't have a J45 standard in as well.
An actual one.
They sell really, really quickly. So this is a placeholder, and it couldn't be more different than from a standard J45 because we have maple back and sides,
which is normally
mahogany.
Yes.
So this is a made to measure. This is in an autumn burst, but the most popular model we're talking about is the J45 in the vintage sunburst.
Yes.
Yeah, the J45 classic slope shoulder Gibson design, really popular amongst singer-songwriters. That's what we say in the store. A lot of singer-songwriters gravitate towards a slope shoulder Gibson design. Maybe it's because it's sort of it lives more in the mid-range, which gives some more space on top for a human voice.
And I think it's the perfect balance between size versus sound. So for some people, like a full-on dreadnought, which is not a slope shoulder, is a bit bulky, and it just sits right in between. Yeah, you know, it's a full-sounding guitar.
Most of you know all about the J45, and maybe to you it might also not be a surprise that it's the best-selling instrument in our store.
Well, which something that can be said. The surprising thing is that the best-selling guitar out of these 5 actually is the most expensive one.
Yeah.
So all of these other guitars around us that you saw are very well, either entry-level models or one step above that. But this is this is actually a made-to-measure version. It's a little bit even more expensive. Yeah. But the normal J45, it's not a cheap guitar. It's really well built, but it's very popular with the professionals, the amateur professionals. Yeah. So that's why I think it's on number 1.
Yeah, and of course you get a lot of different J45 models made by Gibson, made by other brands. It's such a popular dreadnought design. So it gets copied a lot. I can play a little bit on this one, though it won't really mean anything because it's not a standard J45.
Well, anyway, so
just really quick, I'm here, I'm holding it, so.
I'm glad you still decided to play a little bit. It's a nice guitar.
It's a nice guitar. This one as well. It's got that mid-rangey, dry tone that you want out of a J.
A lot of projection.
A lot of projection that you want out of a J45. They are amazing guitars, and well, that rounds off our top 5 bestsellers at the Fellowship of Acoustics.
Yeah. Anyway, this was the top 5 best-selling guitars. But you might have an opinion that's totally different. So please let us know down in the comments which one or which instrument of these 5 is your favorite, something you would buy.
Yeah. And if you're fans of the store and you see some guitars in our store that you want to have highlighted by a video, just let us know. We're making a lot of videos nowadays, and
we're very open to suggestions.
Yeah, that's right. So I think that's it.
That's it. Bye-bye.
Bye.